Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ironworker Gaming channel, or welcome to the Ironworker Gaming channel for the very first time. I am Ironworker814, and today we are going to be diving back into hand cannons for part 2 of my video series where me and you are going to learn to use hand cannons together. In case you missed part 1 of this series, I am not a proficient hand cannon user. If you are not a proficient hand cannon user, then together we can explore some avenues as to how we can improve our play with hand cannons in the Crucible. What is that, you say? You already know how to use hand cannons? Oh, and you can't believe I don't? And they just give YouTube channels to anyone these days? Anyway, if you would be interested in exploring some ways to improve with hand cannons, then stick with me. And if you are already a stud with hand cannons, check this video out and leave some tips for non-users in the comments. If you would be interested in supporting this channel, the free and easy way to do so is hitting like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it goes a long way in helping this channel grow and helping these videos reach more people. Now, in part 1 of this video series, we kind of focused on 2 areas. But in part 2, I only have 1 area we're going to look into. But it is a big one. So let's get into things here. Real quickly, I just want to go over my build so you can see what I'm working with. For this play session, we will be using the Ace of Spades and the Austringer, both 140 round per minute hand cannons. But Ironworker, you must know that the 150 round per minute hand cannons are the optimal weapons to be using in the Crucible right now. I know, I just felt like using some 140s to see what they could do in this play session. Just settle down, settle down. I am on my Void Warlock. I think I did some with middle tree, some with bottom tree. And I have all of the hand cannon helper mods on my armor pieces. Enhanced targeting on the helmet, enhanced loader on the gloves, and unflinching on my chest piece. I am also using Ophidian aspects for that nice boost to reload and ready speed. So, let us get into today's topic, which is pointing, not aiming. Okay, in the first part of this video series, we focused on positioning and crosshair placement, and we'll certainly continue to build on those fundamentals as we progress through the series, but I started to see an issue creeping in, and it had to do with my aim, and not just the fact my aim is generally terrible. I would position myself properly, I would hold my crosshairs right where they needed to be, enemy comes into sight, boom, I land a headshot. But then he starts his evasive maneuvers. This is generally where things started to go south. From here on out, my shots landed at probably a 50% rate. It was taking me between 4 to 6 shots to down an enemy on average. I mean, it was very rare that I would 3-tap a Guardian after landing the initial shot. I mean, I would not hit my optimum time to kill because I couldn't land the follow-up shots. So what was going wrong here? Why was I not getting my optimal time to kill? Well, after some serious head scratching, I related this issue back to another one of my hobbies. That hobby would be sporting clays, or skeet or trap if those are 2 disciplines of shotgun shooting that you're more familiar with. But it's basically just shooting moving clay targets with a shotgun. And when attempting to break a clay target, you do not aim your gun like you would if you were shooting a rifle target or a stationary target. You do what you call pointing your gun, which is basically setting your gun, zeroing yourself in to give yourself a reference point, and then following the target with your eyes rather than your reticle. The theory is you let your eyes do the work. You let your eyes take the barrel to where the target is. The human brain does this naturally. It's quite impressive. The body follows the eyes. Think about it like if you're driving a car. If you're driving down the road and you look directly to your left, chances are you are going to drift your steering wheel subconsciously to the left. It's the same theory. The same thing is going on here. So when putting it in this perspective, it started to make a little more sense as to why I was missing these follow-up hand cannon shots. Rather than pointing my gun after the initial shot, I was continuing to aim. I kept trying to look down the sights, look at the Guardian's head, pull the trigger, and lo and behold I would miss because the enemy was already moving. This takes way too long. Once I began following the enemy player with my eyes, rather than trying to line up their head every time in my reticle, I lo and behold started landing more shots. It was like my head was telling my hand subconsciously the small adjustments it needed to make so that I could stay on target. And the more I focused on this, the better my accuracy got. Now, after I figured out what I was doing wrong, did I just start zipping around the map, three-banging everyone that came into my line of sight? Absolutely not. But where my shot accuracy was probably around 50% after landing an initial shot when aiming, I think I probably went up to probably 70-75% of bullet accuracy when I started focusing on pointing. Now, just this little shift in mindset gave me a 20% accuracy boost. I mean, I'll take 20%. I'm pretty happy with that. And I have to believe the more I focus on this, the better I am going to get. Now, if you pick up a hand cannon and run off to the Crucible, and this technique just doesn't seem to be working, it's not coming to you like it's second nature. I mean, it came to me fairly easily, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for you right off the bat. I have to advise you stick with it and practice it. I really believe this technique is a must when searching for competency with hand cannons in Destiny 2. In summary, I think we made some serious progress in this video by figuring out we need to be pointing our hand cannons instead of outright aiming them. I really believe if you are a lower skill player or a less experienced hand cannon user, adopting this mindset will help you defeat more opponents and die less in the Crucible, which is really what we all want, right? Just remember to consider the points made in part 1 of this video series and use them alongside of what we talked about today. Take good position when engaging. Hold your crosshairs in the ready to fire position, and when that Guardian comes into your sights and you land that first shot, make sure you are pointing your hand cannon, not aiming it, for your follow-up shots. Let your brain do the work, let your eyes do the work, and I guarantee you will find more success with hand cannons in the Crucible. If you found the information in this video useful or helpful in any way, shape, or form, now would be the optimal time to hit like and subscribe if you have not done so already. This goes a long way in helping me grow this channel. I also am on Twitch. If you'd like to catch me live, I am Ironworker814. You could head over there when this video is done, give me a follow, and you will get notified whenever I go live. You could also look for Ironworker814 on Twitter if you'd like to get a hold of me, but the best way to contact me is simply by commenting down below. I read all my comments, I respond to all my comments, I will never leave you hanging in the comment section. And with all that out of the way, I would like to sincerely thank you for spending a piece of your day viewing my content. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the next one.